I'm pretty good with wedding facts. I got them all. Hello.
Welcome back to our rambles at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll get better at doing something more fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully when the weather's a bit nicer. It's
Yeah.
absolutely miserable today. Cold, wet, just know what we need.
Yeah, so before we get started, one thing, obviously you noticed that we skipped a week last week, and that's because we're doing this as a little bit of fun and a bit of a challenge for ourselves.
Last week we struggled to come up with a concept, didn't we?
Yeah.
But this week, we got a killer one.
I mean, our quality, it's not like we're doing quality over quantity, it's just that we're doing
Quantity and quality.
We just want to do some, and we'll work on the quality as we go.
I think our quality is quality!
I appreciate that, because I'm editing them, so I do appreciate that.
That's a funny joke.
That was good from you. It was good from you.
It would have been better if I went quality. I had a cup of tea.
So this week we are going to talk to you about our top 5 wedding planning facts, because we've been planning our wedding for...
We got engaged last year in February, didn't we? Just before the pandemic hit, which was great. And we were lucky enough to go see some venues before everything started to close down.
Yeah, we had a plan to get married at the end of last year.
Well, then the plan was to get married this year, but we went to see venues, which will lead quite well into your first tip. So we went to see venues, and I scheduled a bunch of places, different places, and one place offered us like the perfect date. Like, I love Christmas, and it was the 20th of December. I mean, like, hello, at a really good price as well.
Yeah.
So we just nabbed that one up, where we were meant to get married, and the whole the whole idea was to get married this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we always knew we wanted a
Winter wedding.
autumn time wedding. One, you save a little bit of money because of less demand, but 2, we like that time of year, and it's nice. We were always like...
Cozy.
Yeah, and we were always like, we're going to plan for it to be wet, whatever.
Yeah, I think
because then we're not going to be disappointed.
if you get married in the summer, you're always hoping for sun, aren't you? And if you don't get it, then I don't think anything puts a downer on a wedding. Like, it's a very special day, but I think if you wake up on your wedding day and it's in June,
stress, right?
And it's pissing down with rain, you're like, fuck.
Adds to the stress. So our first wedding my tip is, and I didn't have any concept of like date or whatever really going into it, and that is, don't necessarily get your heart set on a date or a venue without going to speak to them and seeing what it's like, because there could be things that make it difficult or different for you, or in our case, there could be things that are a real bonus.
Yeah, our wedding got cancelled. Not cancelled, postponed.
Yeah, it's postponed. And I think when people say...
To Christmas this year.
Yeah, we were really lucky that we moved it essentially 12
like
months.
for like. It was literally same day, but not the same day, because the 20th is now Monday.
Yeah, so we moved it 12 months down the line, minus a day. And the venue's been absolutely amazing because we got everything for the same price and all that kind of stuff, which means you've got an extra year to save. So we're taking and that's our outlook on life really, is we take the positives from it. I don't think either of us really have been bummed out by having to move it at all.
No, not really. My only hope is that we get invited for another food taster, because technically we get married this year now. Like, our food's not changing, we're still having the same food, but we can go down for a taster again. I'm not saying no, it was some good food.
You'll be full. It's so many food. That's my next. I've got my next top tip.
Okay. Well, my top tip is to not get, like, I know everyone says this, but don't get so stressed out about stuff. We're super chilled. I mean, we've got the motto, no hats, no ties at our wedding, because we want everyone just to be chilled. Joe doesn't like to wear a tie, so why should he have to? Because it's just a wedding. I mean, his wedding, but why should he have to wear a tie?
Big thing for us is you've got to be comfortable.
Yeah. Don't turn up in flip-flops if you're invited. Like me. I mean, wear what you want, but like flip-flops, really?
Yeah, I think that's it. Our wedding day is about being comfortable and being happy. Obviously, remembering it is a special day, so like that's why B's big on no flip-flops. But anything else...
And no other white dresses.
Or hats.
Hats.
You got a big thing against hats.
I just don't like hats.
It's just about it. We're just hoping for a really nice chill day and not worrying about it. So that's why it was good not to stress about the venue, the date.
Like, don't get us wrong, it was a shame that we had to postpone it. So I keep saying cancel, it's not cancel, postpone. It was a shame, but, you know, there were bigger things happening in the world, like...
It's like, what's important to us, right? each other. We're nothing changing about that.
So what's your next top tip for weddings?
Yeah, I forgot the one that had...
It's about food.
Oh, food. Right, so when you go for the wedding tasting...
Don't eat all day.
Literally be prepared to eat everything that they could ever have on their menu. And don't be afraid to try everything. Because someone else is cooking it for you. It's a small portion. They don't expect you to eat. It's not expected to...
I don't think... We didn't finish anything.
We tried. Well, we finished as much as we could, but
they put it on your table, and you're like 5 minutes later, there's another dish, and they swap them over, don't they?
Yeah, and it wasn't fast
like that, but it was like 27 meals we tried.
Yeah, 27 dishes were served to the table, and from starters to soups to puddings and shot glasses, like soup in shot glasses.
shots.
But we tried absolutely everything.
I know. I tried. What did I try for the first time?
You tried loads for the first time.
Aubergine, mate. No.
B doesn't like the veg apparently.
I wanted to try everything as well.
That was the vegetarian one that's made our pieces. Roasted aubergine.
I wanted to try everything as well. I don't like soup, and the soup was cold, so I didn't try the soup. But I tried everything, and the aubergine was just. I even tried red wine. I'm not a red wine drinker.
Tried multiple red wines, multiple white wines.
The white wines and the pink wines are good. The red wines, because that's the thing. You don't just try the food; you try the alcohol as well. Okay, so tip number 4. So my second tip is, obviously tip number 1 was not to stress. Tip number 2 is just try and be organised as much as you can. I got a wedding planning book. However, I haven't written in mine. It's your wedding. It's your day. You don't have to follow what a book tells you to do and when it tells you to do it. Because I bought the book, and then obviously we were getting married like a year faster than we thought we were going to get married. And it's like, by this point, it could be like, was it 8 months or 10 months before we get married? I should have said my RSVP, I should have had my dress, I should have had this, and I didn't have any of that. But because I didn't stress, I could then get organised, and it was fine.
And to all the people like me who are sat here, and one person refers to it as their wedding, you have to remember that they mean our wedding, and they mean our things that we do together. Because when it starts to get a bit when there's stuff that needs doing, the planning's all the fun bit.
Yeah, we were on the floor, weren't we, doing the RSVPs?
Then you count on the other person to come in and do lots of the artwork, and it is really difficult. It's like when you say I instead of we and that kind of stuff. Not I do it all the time. I'm not saying I'm using that in general.
You mean we do it all the time, don't you?
Yeah, I mean we do it all the time.
I think planning a wedding can be stressful anyway, but you try and be cool about it. But also the cost of a wedding is astronomical.
Oh yeah, I would say ours is value for
it's really good value for money. But then it's not just about the venue. We've gone for a wedding venue, like we've said, and everything is inclusive in that price that we pay. Obviously, the more people we have, the more expensive it is. Don't get me wrong, they add stuff.
That's how that works, isn't
it? But they're doing everything. But then you think about dress, alterations to the dress if it needs to be, table gifts, flowers, all of this stuff adds up. So you just need to be savvy about it. I got my dress down from £2,500 to £600. Boom!
I think the biggest thing that we've done really well, and it sings throughout all of it, is that we're looking to enjoy the whole process, not just the day.
Yeah, and that's why I think we're so chilled about it, because we want to enjoy that process. We don't want to stress out about it so much, which is why I've been super chilled.
Yeah, and like
a potato. Another tip for wedding planning and guest listing. So a lot of weddings you plan for about a year and a half. Mm-hmm. And within that year and a half, you could have someone new come into your work, or you could meet someone new outside.
Change jobs.
You could change jobs. A load of stuff can happen in that year, but you've already sent your RSVPs and your wedding invites and stuff from your guest list. So my kind of top tip is to be flexible with your guest list, and add people, take people away. You can do what you want to do. It's your day. Enjoy it. Invite who you want to invite.
Yeah, be prepared for change. People you invite might not be able to come or might not want to come, and that's I'm perfectly cool with that too.
Yeah.
Right. So that's it from us. That's all our top tips. Well, all our top tips that we got right now. I'm sure more will come up as we keep going through it.
And we're not wedding experts. This is our first wedding. We're winging it. We're going with the flow. But because we're so chilled, like it is what it is, kind of thing. We'll have a great day no matter what.
And also, we don't plan on doing it again. Neither of us, right?
Nope.
So and I'm sure there's lots of people out there who it's going to be their first and their only wedding, and who don't even know where to start. So I hope this is really helpful.
Yeah, I hope so too.
We promise we will get better at outros, but here goes. We're going to try and do it slick.
We'll do that. Now to do this, we say hasta la vista.
My
Baby.
God, what are you doing? You just crushed me trying to say that we're going to get better at outros. What you've done, railroaded, fucking jammed it up again.
Hasta la vista. Baby. Let's do that.
No.
Oh, what?
We're not doing that. So...
Hasta la vista.